Hello, today we will take samples from 3 different locations, the roots, the blades, and this thing which I am pretty sure is called the growing point. The roots are responsible for absorbing water and minerals in the soil around the plant. Vascular plants such as grass and trees have 2 circulatory systems, the xylem and the phloem. The xylem is responsible for carrying water, the phloem is responsible for carrying sugars derived from photosynthesis. Non-vascular plants such as moss do not have a xylem or phloem, so the cells need to fend for themselves. You may observe that the amount of soil under a plant does not change at all. So where does the plant get all its mass? A Belgian doctor/philosopher/alchemist from the 16th century, by the name of Jan Baptist van Helmont, asked himself the same question. He devised an experiment. He measured the mass of soil in a pot, planted a young willow tree, and took care of it for 5 years. The mass of the soil decreased by 59 grams, but the mass of the tree was 76.731 kilos. Van Helmont concluded that the mass was coming from the water, which is bogus. Photosynthesis is a process that is imperative for the plant's survival. It turns carbon dioxide and water into glucose and dioxide. Dioxide is just the oxygen we breathe. An oxygen atom alone would be extremely reactive and carcinogenic. The carbon dioxide is absorbed through small pores on the plant called stomata. The stomata let C2O in, but also let water out, so the plant closes its stomata during the night thanks to guard cells, because there is not enough light for significant photosynthesis to occur. It also closes its stomata during hot days, because the benefits it gets from photosynthesis are outweighed by the loss of water. The photosynthesis takes place in chloroplasts, organelles situated in plant cells. The light strikes chlorophyll, a molecule found inside chloroplasts. It causes water to split into oxygen, 2 hydrogen atoms, and exciting electrons of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll also gives the plant its green color. The oxygen is a byproduct, so it escapes the plant through its stomata. Electrons flow through a cytochrome transport system on thylakoid membranes in a region of the chloroplast called the grana. This produces ATP, adenosine phosphate. It is like an energy source for cells. Meanwhile, adenosine triphosphate or NADP turns into an ADPH2 with the help of the 2 hydrogen atoms from the prior water reaction. This was the light cycle. Now for the Calvin cycle, which happens at night. The ATP and NADPH2 molecules transform the CO2 into a compound called PGA, phosphoglyceric acid, which is then transformed into PGAL. 2 of these then combine to create a molecule of glucose. So the mass comes from the air, CO2. Because most plants are around 50% cellulose, and cellulose is just long chains of glucose. As you can see, photosynthesis is a complicated process involving many players. Amazing. All the things that happen in a blade of grass.